Survivors have come from all over Indonesia for this historic opportunity. Never before have victims of the purge of communists in the mid-1960s been asked to speak at a government symposium.
The government of Joko Widodo is reaching out to us, and I happily accept the gesture as long as our main principle is upheld, that the truth will be told and justice will be done.
Researchers estimate that 500,000 or more communists and people accused of supporting them died in those years, killed by soldiers and Muslim groups that had an anti-communist agenda. Mass graves are scattered across the country. Indonesians have always been kept in the dark over what really happened. The army ordered the killings after 7 generals were murdered in what was seen as a failed coup in 1965, blamed on the communists. One of those killed was the father of AGUS WIDJOJO, a retired general who now says it's about time for the government to deal with this past.
This case is already in our past for 50 years, and we have not yet been able to solve it as a nation. And where are we going to if the nation is still divided and do not want to put effort in trying to find a solution?
The events of 1965 are still a sensitive subject. When survivors tried to hold a meeting to prepare for next week's symposium, a conservative group known as the Islamic Defenders Front threatened to attack the gathering. More than 50 years after the mass killings, survivors are still facing intimidation. While they now finally get a chance to tell their stories of suffering to the nation, they're still worried about their safety. While survivors are asking for a special court to be set up to hear those accused of the 1965 killings, the government favors a process of national reconciliation. Human rights groups insist above all that the truth about what happened must be told.
We, in assessing the results of the symposium, are going to be looking in particular at whether there is the initiation of a real, meaningful public truth-telling process. That is a sine qua non of an effective accountability process.
The government assures survivors of 1965 that there will be adequate security in place for participants at the symposium as it opens on Monday. Vaessen, Jazeera, Jakarta.